Good day, everyone. Welcome to today's class on government. So, today we'll be looking at the approaches to the study of governments, starting with the traditional approach of governments. But before that, let's look at the introduction to the approaches, starting with the definition of these approaches. Now, for the definition, it has to do with the method used to analyze government and politics under the approaches of government. Now, the purpose of these approaches is to understand political behavior and institutions and to compare them like the traditional and modern approaches, to compare the two of them. So let's move on to the traditional approach. Now, the traditional approach has three categories under it. That's the philosophical, historical, and institutional approach. Now, the traditional approach focuses on the formal structures whereby it examines the organization and function of government institutions. It also analyzes the constitutional basis of government as well as understanding the historical development of government institutions. Now, this is under the historical approach whereby it studies politics in its historical context, examining past political systems and events. Now, under the institutional approach. Here, it emphasizes the role of formal institutions such as the legislature, judiciary, and executive branches in shaping political outcomes and decision making processes. And for the philosophical approach is based on moral principles and reasoning. And we have thinkers like or philosophers like Plato and Aristotle under these traditional approaches. So now let's move on to the next one, which is the modern approaches. Now, the modern approaches, just as the traditional approaches, also have various aspects under it. Now, the modern approaches include the behavioral, the systems, and the structural functional. Now, for the behavioral approach, it focuses on the study of individual and group behavior within the political systems, examining factors such as the voting patterns, public opinion, and political participation. While the structural functional approach examines the underlying principles or underlying structures and functions of these political systems. It also helps in highlighting the different components that work together to maintain stability and order. And for the system view politics as an input and output system whereby the demands leads to the decision making processes. So let's continue. Now, in order to compare these two approaches, the traditional approaches focuses on the theoretical aspect and also the structure or institutional center, while the modern approach focuses on practical and empirical aspects and also focuses on people and individual analysis. Now, the similarity between these two approaches is that they both help understanding of politics. So let's have a quick review of what we've just talked about. Talking about the traditional approach, the modern approach. Now, these are the two major approaches under the study of governments. Now, I said the traditional approach has two main aspects. That's the historical approach and the institutional approach. While the modern approach has the behavioral approach, the system approach, as well as the structural functionalism. Okay, I'll see you in the next class.